So, would you please join me in a rapturous round of applause for our first speaker this evening? Please give it up for Marta, Cecchinato!
Well done for pronouncing my name. About 2 weeks ago, I realised that you all had to pay £5 to come in here to talk about research. And I thought, wow, that's the first. The first thing I did was email my mom and tell her. And I got an immediate response with a picture that I'm about to show you up here. It's a very special picture from my childhood. This is me when I was 9, and yes, I was a magician. I went by the name Excelsior. And I went around the house posting posters advertising my magic shows, wearing a cape, wiggling a wand. And yes, people had to pay to come and see me. And when I say people, I mean my parents. And my stuffed animals. One time I got a request from the audience and they asked me to pull out a rabbit out of a hat. Well, I can tell you, it's a very difficult thing to do if you do not have a hat or a rabbit. So you're all here, you paid your £5, and I wish you were here to see me pull out a rabbit out of a hat. Instead, I'm going to talk to you about email and how we are all drowning into our emails. And this is a problem that's called email overload, and it's the topic of my PhD. So, when you do a PhD, one of the most frequent questions you get asked is, what's your research about? So imagine this scenario. Monday morning, you get in the lift with a friend, you start chatting, and the friend asks you the dreaded question, so, what's your research about? And I get all serious, and I say, so, I am trying to solve the problem of email overload. And then this happens. All the people in the lift turn around and stop being incredibly British about it and ignoring our chat, and with puppy eyes look at me and say, please let me know if you find the solution. This is a true story. So, email is a pain in the ass, right? We all complain about it. We all hate it because it decreases productivity, increases stress, interrupts our workday, blah, 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 blah. You don't want to hear this. I want to tell you why I hate email. And the reason why I hate email is because every time I say this word, and I say it a lot, this comes to my mind. So, I don't know. I don't know if you were a teenage girl in the late 90s. Britney was popular, but I was. And that's my CD. I'm not ashamed to say it. I am not going to send email my heart to you. So, back to us. How do we solve the problem of email overload? Well, research have looked at it and tried to come up with different suggestions, and I'll walk you through a few of them. So some of them decided that to decrease the effect of interruptions from emails, you have to check your emails every 45 minutes. Every 45 minutes, okay? That means that I'm probably supposed to put an alarm on my clock and let it go off every 45 minutes. And if I'm in a supervision meeting, I have to say, sorry Anna, stop there, wait for that very useful feedback because I need to check my emails. I'm not sure she'd be very happy about that. Another strategy, so a few courageous volunteers participated into a study where they recommended checking their emails only once a day. Once a day. I'm guessing they were feeling like superheroes, because I don't know about you, but I would have been a terrible participant in that study. Another strategy was a bit more extreme. So they wanted to test if the effects of not checking email at all would have on stress. So they had their participants wear one of those heart rate monitors, and they hijacked all their new emails, put them into a special folder that they could not access for 5 long days, and measured their levels of stress. Seems a bit cruel, doesn't it? But it did lower their levels of stress. So, of course, this doesn't really help, because I can't tell you to check your emails every 45 minutes, and you to check it once a day, right? And you to check it 8 times a day. So what I'm interested in is raising awareness on our email habits. And what I want to do now is play a game. Okay? So, if you can all please stand up. And I want you to, this game is to make you aware of when and where you check your emails, okay? So please sit down if you've never checked your emails on your phone. Okay, nobody's sitting down, just so you know. Please sit down if you've never checked your emails. First thing in the morning. Please sit down if you've never checked your emails on the toilet. I guess the British audience would have been a bit more shy. I don't know. So, yeah, as I said before, you can all sit down now. I can't tell you which strategy is better or not, right? Or what do you think? Do you think one of those strategies I mentioned before was better? Or are you going to go like this and say, "Bring me back my precious emails, please"? Okay, so seriously, well, earlier I told you that I was a magician, but my lifetime dream was to become a doctor, and nobody told me that I was supposed to be a bit more specific about my dreams. And because I was thinking of a doctor like ER or Grey's Anatomy or whatever you have in England. I didn't know a doctor of philosophy existed, so now I'm trying to combine the two things and become an email doctor. To wrap this up, the email doctor is going to tell you to check your emails less frequently, and if you do check them on the toilet, and most of you do, don't email your colleague who wants you there, because we all know what you did there. Thank you.